The 2026 Fiat Topolino arrives in the US with up to 46 miles of range, Italian styling, and a $13,995 starting price, targeting the growing electric micro-mobility market. That's it. That's the number. $13,995 for a brand new vehicle from a real automaker, under the Stellantis umbrella, the same company that makes Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Add the mandatory destination fee of $990, and the customer price lands at $14.985. Still, under 15 grand. New. In 2026, when the average new car in this country costs nearly $50,000, let that sink in for a second. But before you sprint to a Fiat dealer, we need to talk about what the Topolino actually is, because that answer might surprise you or horrify you depending on your commute. Released in Europe in 2023 and closely related to the Citroën Ami, the Topolino is not a car, not exactly. It's a low-speed vehicle designed for neighborhood and lifestyle use, according to Fiat. While the Topolino resembles a small car such as the Fiat 500, the EV is actually a quadricycle that functions more like a golf cart. And yes, we said golf cart. But before you click away, hear us out, because this particular golf cart has an Italian accent, retro LED taillights, and a panoramic glass roof. It's the most stylish thing to ever share a parking lot with a club car. It's named after a city car that Fiat built from 1936 to 1955, and its styling is vaguely reminiscent of the 500 released in 1957. The name Topolino literally translates to little mouse in Italian. And honestly, it fits. This thing is tiny, quick, and it lives in the walls of the automotive world, somewhere between a real car and a very ambitious scooter. Now let's actually break down what you're buying. It stretches about 95 inches long, 55 inches wide, and 60 inches tall, and it tips the scales at 1,073 pounds. For context, a Honda Civic is roughly 183 inches long. The Topolino is barely half that. You could park two of these in a single standard parking space and still have room for a shopping cart. Power comes from an electric motor linked to a 5.4 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. Driving range checks in at up to 46 miles, a full charge takes about 5 hours, and the top speed is limited to 19 mph. 19 miles per hour. That's brisk jogging speed. That's a fast cyclist on a flat road. That is not highway speed. That is not even most side street speed. And that's the number you need to tattoo on the inside of your eyelids before you decide if this thing belongs in your life. But wait, there's a fix coming. When properly equipped, the street legal conversion kit unlocks more freedom for the Fiat Topolino. With a rear view mirror, backup camera, pedestrian alert system, and up to 25 mph top speed. Included at no additional cost, the Topolino is built to expand where and how you move. The street legal conversion kit is expected to be available in fall 2026. Free upgrade, $0. That bumps it to 25 km/h and opens up roads with speed limits of 35 mph or less. Still not a freeway machine, but now it can legally cruise through your neighborhood, your beach town, your marina strip. Now, let's talk about what's inside. And we're going to be honest with you here, because this is a value breakdown, not a hype video. Inside, the Topolino focuses on functionality rather than complexity. Standard equipment includes a digital instrument cluster, gear selector, storage compartment, luggage area, smartphone holder, and bag hook. The buttons are all physical, and there's a USB-C port for phone charging. There's no infotainment system, just a phone holder. There is no air conditioning, which is fine given the price and purpose. No touchscreen, no CarPlay, no Android Auto, no navigation, no heated seats, no air conditioning. You get a phone holder, a USB-C port, and the Italian breeze. There are also no airbags. Read that again. No airbags. Now, to be fair, the Topolino is classified as a low-speed vehicle and is designed for use in environments where a collision at 19 mph is the worst-case scenario, not a highway pileup. But that's still a number worth knowing before you hand over your money. Outward visibility is excellent thanks to large glass panels, and the bottom half of the windows tilts upward for ventilation, so you get fresh air instead of AC. Very European. Very beach. Very, I'm living my best life on a golf cart that thinks it's a Fiat 500. Two versions exist. The standard Topolino is equipped with asymmetrical doors and a panoramic glass sunroof. The Topolino Dolce Vita features rope doors and a roll-up soft top roof for delightful experiences in warm weather areas like beach communities and marinas. The Dolce Vita is basically the convertible. Rope doors instead of real doors, a rollback roof. It's the one you'd want parked outside a beachfront rental. It's also the one you absolutely do not want in a rainstorm. All right, here's where it gets real. Because the big question isn't, what is it? The question is $14, $980 actually a good deal? Let's stack it up. With the demise of the Nissan Versa in America, the Venue now takes the crown of the most affordable new vehicle for 2026 at just $22, $150 to start. So the cheapest traditionally street-legal new car you can buy in America right now is the Hyundai Venue at over $22,000. The Topolino is nearly $8,000 cheaper. That's a massive gap. But here's the catch. You need to ask yourself what $8,000 actually buys you. The Hyundai Venue gives you a 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine producing 121 horsepower, fuel economy rated at 29 mph to PGG City and 33 mpg highway, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the ability to drive on any road in America. Any road. Highway, back road, across state lines, in rain, in snow, in the dark, at 65 miles per hour. The Topolino gives you none of that. What it gives you is zero emissions, zero gas costs, a 5-hour home charge on a regular 120-volt outlet, and the kind of styling that makes people stop you at the farmer's market to ask what on earth you're driving. Now let's compare it to used cars, because that's where value shoppers actually live. $14,985 buys you, depending on your market, a used vehicle with anywhere from $40 to $100 miles on it, unknown maintenance history, no factory warranty, and the thrill of hoping it makes it through next winter. The Topolino, by contrast, is brand new. Fiat covers it with a manufacturer's warranty of 2 years, and the traction battery benefits from a warranty of 3 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That's real peace of mind. That's a number you can point to. And then there's the competition in its own lane. One of the Topolino's closest competitors in the US is the 2026 GM E2, with public dealer listings showing the GM E2 starting around $18,990 before destination, setup, and options. So the Topolino undercuts the GM E2 by roughly $4,000 before you even start negotiating. The GM E2 appears to be the more capable and established LSV, while the Topolino brings more Italian personality, a lower starting price, and a more lifestyle-focused image. In other words, the Gem is the reliable workhorse of the neighborhood vehicle world, and the Topolino is the one that gets the Instagram posts. So who actually should buy this thing? Let's be straight about it, because this video promised you honesty. Fiat sees strong potential in the US, where many golf cart owners already use their vehicles well beyond golf courses for daily transportation in gated communities, beach towns, resorts, and large private properties. If you live in one of those environments, a retirement community, a resort town, a beach neighborhood where the speed limit tops out at 25, this is a genuinely compelling proposition. You get something that looks far cooler than a golf cart, costs less than most LSV competitors, comes with a factory warranty, and plugs into any standard outlet in your garage. While it's adorably impractical for most Americans, it is potentially great as a beach toy. If you just need something charming for quick trips to the pool, marina, mailbox, or cafe, the Topolino could be a fun alternative to the usual golf cart. But if you're thinking this is your primary car, if you commute on roads with 45 mph speed limits, if you need to carry passengers in the back seat, if you need to haul groceries for a family, this is not your vehicle. There are no back seats. There's one passenger seat. No air conditioning, no airbags, no highway access. The Topolino is not a substitute for a Nissan Leaf, a Chevy Trax, or even Fiat's own 500e. It was never trying to be. Here's the honest verdict. The 2026 Fiat Topolino is not the lowest new car price in America because it's secretly an incredible bargain that the industry doesn't want you to know about. It's the lowest price because it's the smallest, slowest, most stripped-down motorized vehicle that Fiat could legally sell with a factory badge on it. It's not a trap, but it is a very specific tool for a very specific life. And if your life fits the mold, it might genuinely be the smartest $14,000 you've ever spent on four wheels. If it doesn't fit your life and you spend 15 grand on something you can't legally drive to work, that's not a genius deal. That's a very expensive, very Italian lawn ornament. So, genius deal or trap? The answer, as always with cars, is depends entirely on you. And now you have every number, every spec, and every honest comparison you need to make that call. If this breakdown saved you from a mistake, or helped you realize this might actually be the perfect second vehicle, drop a comment below and tell us your situation. We want to hear it, and if you want us to stack the Topolino against the Fiat 500e next, hit that like button and subscribe, because that video is coming, and it's going to be spicy. See you in the next one.